In this example, it's the same instructions as before. Solve the equation on the specified interval, except this time we have secant. And some people are thinking, secant? What do I do with that? But secant is the same thing as 1 over cosine. So instead of writing this, I'm going to write 1 over cosine x, because that's the same thing. That's not a z, that's an equals, negative 3. So if I solve for cosine, I can just switch those. That's the shortcut. And then I would get, well, I guess cosine x equals negative 1/3. So really, now I can just solve this. And it's the same, it's equivalent to that. So that's what I'm going to do over this interval, from negative pi to positive pi, not including that positive pi. So let's see what happens. Immediately, like I don't have anything that gives me negative 1/3 on the unit circle. I have like root 2 over 2, root 3 over 2, 1/2. Those are values that I know specifically, 1 and 0. Those are values where the angle works out perfectly for angles on the unit circle. However, this isn't on the unit circle, so we're going to have to use inverse trig once again. And then on the left side, those cancel out, leaving me with just x. And I'm going to put in the calculator inverse cosine of negative 1/3. So there we go. This does not, oh, actually, it does fit within our interval because we're going from negative pi to pi. However, just remember, on our unit circle, inverse cosine gives us stuff from 0 all the way to pi. So, and that, well, pi over 2, this is pi over 2, which is approximately 1.57. So this is bigger than 1.57, which means it lands somewhere over here. We'll undo that. Somewhere over there. So remember, this is pi, so we fit there, and we're thinking about from negative pi all the way until pi. So there's another space, there's another spot where this works. And we're talking about cosine, correct? So that other spot where we would get, that other angle where we would also get a negative 1/3 would be right here, because cosine is the x-coordinate. So this distance is the same as this, and they're both negative. That's how you know they're the same. So how do I write this angle but make it negative? We have to consider it to be negative, because if we wrote anything more than pi, like we went to pi and then some, we would be overstepping our bounds. So how do I make it negative? Well, this angle I just found. That's 1.9 something. So that's going to be my x1. And I know that those two, this and those, are congruent. Those angles are congruent, so really all I have to do is subtract that. It's just the negative version, right? I start out at 0 and I want to go back that much to get to this angle, so it's just the negative version of that. So I can say plus and minus. And there you go. That's it for that one. So those are the two answers that fall within this interval. And you can plug those in and they should give you, if you plug it into cosine, you should get negative 1/3 or negative, what is it, 0.3333333. Or if you plug it into secant, you should get negative 3.0000000 something until it rounds to whatever it rounds to. Hopefully that makes sense.